Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good times. Good friends and trends that bend the senses. Let's get a bit senseless. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we bring good vibes and good times. Welcome to the morning coffee show with Super Fast Tortoise. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we have the flow. Good vibes from head to toe. Let the happiness take you in.
You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. So many creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
Hey, everybody!
What's up?
Power to the people.
That's right. I want to know, how's your morning going, everybody out there in the world? We got a roster of people. We got KJ, HILLBILLY, mugenfool, Rhinoblitz, Lone Wolf, and a TCG. You guys all rock. You guys all rule. And I hope you guys are here for a full house of conversation. About a topic that I think needs to be addressed a little, because one of the things that people are getting is magic fatigue. And we want to help you get past that fatigue.
I'm tired of that magic.
I'm tired of that magic. That's right. Oh, man, we got a lot going on here. But first of all, before I forget and do it later in the show, we got to get to the card of the day.
Card of the day.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. One of my favorites.
Yeah, Tanuk Steadfast Second. It's a sneak attack on a creature.
Oh, yeah.
He costs 2 generic, 2 red for a 3/5 legendary creature. Kavu Pilot. He says other creatures you control have haste, which is a benefit for his warp ability. He says artifact cards and red creature cards in your hand have warp, so it's fixed. So you can play a big old dumb red creature, and it could be a red-black creature, a red-blue creature. As long as the creature has red in its color identity, you can pay 3, warp it into play, attack that turn, and return to exile when you're done, and you can cast it at a later time. It's pretty solid.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, the best thing about this is it gives warp to red creatures, and being able to cast a big old creature such as Progenitus,
right?
For example, and just go in and just go right straight on in with the attack.
You know what's funny is I don't think HILLBILLY heard of Progenitus until Foundations.
No, I've heard of Progenitus.
I have.
I've heard of Progenitus several times. Very great card. Hard to play because it is, I think, double Uber, maybe. I think.
Yeah, it is double Uber. It's 2 of each color, and it has protection from everything.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. Yeah, and you can play Progenitus. You can play like one of those large colored Eldrazi's that are red. If there's a red Eldrazi, that's big. But you can play like some huge, ridiculous demons and dragons off this card.
Yep.
For its warp cost. Like one of the most beneficial ways I think you're going to get on this is there's a vampire dragon out there that when it enters the battlefield, to reanimate a dragon from your graveyard to the battlefield when it enters the battlefield.
Yep. I mean, this is just a great card. It's one of my picks from the new sets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. TTD dude chilling out in chat. Well, good morning, y'all. Good morning, everyone. You guys rock. You guys roll. Everybody there. Is everybody here? But anyways, this is a card of the day because I think it's spicy and it's going to see some play, some serious play in Commander. I don't know if it's going to see standard play. It might, but I definitely see this making a reconnaissance in Commander for sure. It's making an image of itself, being played as one of the 99, very important card, because sneak attack is also legal in Commander, and this gives you a second sneak attack like ability. It costs a little more, but hey, creatures you control have haste.
Still has value.
Yeah.
Now, as far as standard, this is going to be a staple in a red decks for standard, just because of being able to, just because of that warp cost in general.
Oh yeah, the warp cost is going to be bonkers.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, and that's been card of the day, everybody. Hope you enjoy it. Woo, 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 woo.
Oh yeah, it's gonna make waves.
Oh yeah.
Waves.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and behind the scenes on live, you can watch it on Twitch or on YouTube. KJ and I have been retooling the main morning show song. We've been playing around with it, trying different things. We've been having fun. It's been fun. I think it's been fun. How about you, KJ? What do you think?
I've been having a lot of fun with it. We're getting pretty creative there.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of fire in some of the songs, but we're trying to perfect it till we get the perfect fire of litness. If I could say that.
It's a banger every time.
That's right. That's right. Well, you know what's funny is we did a variation of the song that was new metal and something else, and it turned out trash.
Oh, the 8-bit new metal. 8-bit and new metal does not belong together.
Yep. Dirty Red stopping in to say hello.
What's up? Dirty Red.
Right.
Dirty Red's all red and he's dirty.
Nice. But yeah, so the topic of the topics today is how to handle the over excess of Magic the Gathering. All right. So every 2 months we're getting a set. Between those 2 months, we're getting secret layers. Then something seems to come out of the woodworks as something different or something new. Plus, we're getting commander decks on the side, a lot of things. Spoiler season, surprisingly, right now is at a standstill because all of Edge of Eternity's come out in the spoiler section. And there's a lot going into the world of Magic because, you know, Costco comes out with some great deals. People go crazy over that. Like, I have not been able to find a good Magic product at my Walmart. Look, I looked at Walmart and they had one commander deck like a week ago, and it was not the commander deck that I wanted. It was the blue, white, black one, I think that was. I could be wrong on the colors. But the one I want is the Naya one from Final Fantasy. And last time I was at Walmart, which was just 2 days ago, all their Magic stuff was gone, disappeared. You know, like I went over to the card section and the tumbleweed just flew by.
Oh yeah, it's always like that with my Walmart.
Target too.
Oh yeah. When I go to Target, they the same story. Last time I was at Target, which was about 2 weeks ago, the only thing they had there was the commander deck I didn't want. There was a particular commander deck I want from Final Fantasy, which is the Naya Enchantment Auras themed one, the Voltron style card deck. Nope. Because there's a lot of good cards in there that could, you know, beef up my dog meat deck. And that's what I want to do with it, is take it and buff up my dog meat deck. There's some solid cards in there. But my lord, that must be the popularest one of the group because I cannot find that one worth dangleberries.
That's a Zoris one.
Did you check online?
No. Like, I haven't checked online. because a lot of the decks online are overpriced.
Yep.
Oh, just check Walmart.com.
Yeah, sometimes they're overpriced.
Oh, even
I
on
check
Wal, even
Walmart.
on Wal, even okay.
Because there's a hack. I don't know if you know this, but there's a Walmart hack. If you go to their Walmart app, look up a specific product, find that said specific product on Walmart.com, it will tell you which aisle it's on, so you can look for it. So yeah, Walmart and Target go through a third company. Yep. Well, like one thing that's kind of annoying, but it's the way people make money, is on Walmart and Amazon.com. They let third-party sellers sell through the internet directly. Like you gotta be careful when you order certain items off Walmart or Amazon. Well, mainly Walmart. Like especially if you do direct delivery to your house from Walmart, like certain items have to be delivered. Like for example, last week when we were dog sitting, the power went out. So the power went out while he was dog sitting. So the wife ordered some batteries and a flashlight, or 2 flashlights. And the batteries came separately through the mail the next day.
Wow.
So you be careful. You gotta be careful how you order. But these opportunistic reselling agents, acquisition agents, I should say, they keep buying the stuff, and I don't know where they're flipping them. And well, there's got to be a settle down. There's got to be a settle down point where one day I'll just be able to see the product there and just be like, voila.
Or they could just make more of it.
That'd be cool.
Yep.
I don't know. I as much as there's wish in one hand and crap in the other. Kind of thought process on my end when it comes. Huh?
I would just say, like, I don't know about how you guys have around you guys. I've seen an increase in the Magic community, like, almost by the daily around here.
Yeah, which is a really good thing. So because there's more players, there's going to be more demand, and there's going to be more people spending money buying product, which makes it less available locally. But, typically the box stores here, at least in my end, from my personal experience, I've been able to see full restocks of bundles, loose blister packs, the full 4 commanders. Now, I will say that when they are restocked, there's usually only one cloud deck there. You know what I'm saying? You got to be lucky to get that. And I actually was fortunate enough to do that. But, there's multiple places, too. It's not just Walmart, right? And you got to remember that Walmart's like the lowest ring on the ladder as far as well, you know what, let me rephrase that. It's everybody goes to Walmart. The doors are open, everybody can go to Walmart, you know what I'm saying? And so naturally, like, things are going to be picked through so much more.
Oh yeah.
Pardon me. But you can even go to a place like GameStop carries MTG now, dude. And you can get decks there for MSRP. They don't typically upcharge, at least not in my area. I have seen horror stories and Reddit posts and pictures of GameStops upcharging their Pokemon ETBs specifically. But Magic, you have better luck with at GameStop.
Walgreens and CVS is selling Magic where I live. They sell Magic.
Yes.
Like,
yes, dude. I just took a picture at Safeway getting fried chicken 2 days ago, and they had Temporal Forces packs there, which is Pokemon, not Magic. But, you can find trading cards in, random grocery stores still to this day. You just got to be lucky.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, you do.
And like I've seen Magic the Gathering packs, like single packs, at my local CVS.
Yeah.
Last time I've been there. Hey, Dawson, hello. Well, so the reason why I brought up the searching of the deck box and stuff is I want to explain my mentality behind it, right? Because there's a mentality where people go through heavy FOMO. Like, oh, if they don't have it, what am I going to do with my life? I need to go on eBay and just bite the bullet and buy the expensive stuff. Well, my thought process is like I know I can get it for a better price at Walmart, and if they have it, that means there's a chance I can get it for the price I want to pay. If they don't have it, I'm okay without it. The deck I want it for, it's already built. I can do whatever I want. Like one of the hardest things that I think stifles the community, because like on Facebook, on other social media platforms, you see a lot of people like saying, "Oh, I found like 10 packs at Walmart and I had to buy them all," and they're like buying them all. And this is just not like resellers. These are collectors. These are players who are like, "Oh, I want to buy the product." They kind of FOMO themselves out. When something seems limited, they go for it. But my brain space, like I don't really want a lot of cards from the set. I just want that commander deck. Final Fantasy didn't really do it for me, but that commander deck was banger.
Yeah.
So my mindset was, if they have it, they have it. If they don't, they don't, and that's fine. And I think there's a lot of people who go crazy and pay the extra price. Like, if you remember when Tarkir Dragonstorm came out, that banger dragon deck with I can't remember the name of the Teamer Dragon, but it comes into player attacks. You look at the top 8 cards and throw a dragon in.
Yeah, that deck was going for almost $100.
Right?
So, I've been trying to flip it at my vendor tables for 80. Yeah. Nobody's buying it right now. The heat cooled off. But
I bought it.
man.
I bought that deck.
Yeah? Does it play well for you?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. All right. I got an extra one here I might crack then.
Well,
I put Draco Genesis in it and a few other things.
Yeah, Draco.
Okay. Play some free dragons. Yeah, but no, Tortoise, you mentioned earlier in regards to the deck that you wanted the deck because you can pull singles to upgrade your dog meat deck. Yeah. You know what that tells me? It tells me you don't need to buy the deck, dude. Just buy the singles that upgrade your current deck, and then you don't have anything to be upset about.
I was literally just going down that pathway in my mind when I was talking. Because, like, with the dragon deck that came out, I didn't want the cards in the deck. I already had a dragon deck built, but I wanted the dragon. So I went out and bought the dragon itself. Now, the dragon was most of the price of the deck. It was like $30 instead of 50, or however much the pre-con was. But when I had the funds, I was able to pick up the card and put it in my deck, which is pretty cool. Cool. And singles is a good route because, like when you go to, like, one thing I try to do, and I haven't done this for the deck yet, but I haven't seen it at the store yet, is really check the local game store for the prices. But the local game store I've been to, had, like, for the dragon deck, had special pricing. And special pricing means like double, triple MSRP. Like the dragon deck was like $180.
Oof.
When it first came out. Then it went down.
That's ridiculous, bro. Wow. Okay.
I paid a lot for my cloud deck.
Well, Final Fantasy is a different story than Edge of Eternity. It's a different story than Tarkir Dragonstorm. Tarkir Dragonstorm is more mass driven. There was a lot of products sent out.
Yep.
Final Fantasy is a little more niche because it's whatever the Universes Beyond is, right? And it's a standard set, but still, I haven't seen an allocation list of how much product is being pushed out, how many reprints of the sets can be pushed out, or what products can be pushed out. I mean, here's an example. Look at Foundations. Foundations is a 5-year lasting set. And I haven't seen a lot of product out for that since it's been printed.
Well, how often are you out looking?
Yeah, because I got a whole rack. I got a whole rack of Foundations up at the store up the street.
Nice. About every week when I go to Walmart, that's where I look. About every once a month, I go to my local game store and I look, because me and the buddies here in real life, IRL. We hang out at the game store.
He's like, I have friends other than you guys.
Well, I want to be more specific. That I actually have friends.
Oh.
Well, because like YouTube friends, you play at your house with people in real life. You go to the game store. you play some games and maybe spend some money. Because the last time I was at the game store playing some games, I got to spend like $20 at the game store because I need to get some merchandise from the game store so I can show it on my channel because they're a really cool store. It's called Cooley's Card Games.
Super easy to Timmy while you're at the game store. Trust me, dude. When I went to draft on Sunday, not only did I get stomped, but I had no intentions of buying the new Gundam trading card starter decks. But I got a couple, so I can start playing the new Gundam game.
Well, the one thing I love doing the most at the store is they have those bulk boxes, right? Those bulk boxes, like the 10,000 count bulk boxes.
Yeah.
And they have the cards. They're singles and top loaders. You know, like one of these things.
Yeah.
All the singles and the top loaders, and they're individually priced. And sometimes some of the cards are put in there before they drop in price or gain value in price, so you can find a good deal or kind of savvy yourself out of a deal because you paid a little more, or sometimes break even because 2 cards adjusted in price and they're about the same anyways. But I love going through these bulk boxes, finding out cards for decks that I want, and finding cards that fit themes that are maybe didn't know existed or just didn't peruse because I can't order off the internet all the time. And sometimes when I go to the local game store, I got some cash in hand. I get to spend it there. And, so I like going through the bulk boxes and being surprised with what they have and be like, boom. Like one of my favorite things to do while looking through those cards is finding budget lands that are rare or didn't know existed. Like the last time I was there, I found a man land I never owned, forgot existed from Ixalan. The last Ixalan set, and I was like, holy cow. And it's foil. I'm like, paid like $2 for it, and it's like $2.30, but like paid $2 for it. I'm like, take it, snatch it.
Nice.
I love doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I was at the LGS the other day, and I was trying to buy a rack of game changers for CDH, and they didn't have not one of the ones I was trying to get. They didn't have Fierce Guardianship. They didn't have a Guy's Cradle. They didn't have a Ristic Study. They didn't have a Demonic Tutor, Vampire. They didn't have nothing.
Nothing. Ooh, that's because people are buying them out. Like, here's my little speculation on the Game Changer list. The Game Changer list is going to become the list of must-haves. Now, here's what I mean. You know how was it the tomb that was banned, TCG dude?
Ancient Tomb or
the one in Commander? Was it Ancient Tomb that was banned, or the artifact that taps for 2? And
Mana Crypt. Mana
Crypt is banned, right?
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, Mana Crypt's banned in Commander.
Yeah, not even bracket worthy. It's just straight banned.
Right. And their excuse, and I'm going to say excuse instead of actual reasoning, their excuse is if you have to have Soul Ring in your deck, you have to have Arcane Signet. If you have to have Arcane Signet in your deck, you have to have this Tomb in your deck or whatever. And the bracket system is basically highlighting the cards that people play the most. And like if this card was unbanned, they'd throw it on the Game Changers list.
Mm-hmm.
So the Game Changer list is becoming an advertisement of singles that you want to buy, and it's going to sustain the prices to be built up a little bit higher than normal.
I just proxed them all. They'll be here Friday.
Nice, but so the Game Changer list is basically saying these are the all stars of the set, and that's kind of how it is. But look, not every Game Changer is a winner, right? Cyclonic Rift can do so much. It can't like I've seen a Cyclonic Rift cast and a counterspell to stop it. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely Psych Rift after a Psych Rift yesterday.
Nice. But the main point though of the topic is
saturation.
No, not saturation. You can't FOMO out. Like FOMO out will hurt yourself. You in the description, let me I didn't create a monologue, but in the description it says, in the end, you want to spend your money on your hobbies responsibly, save money for emergencies, make sure your bills are paid and all that fun jazz. Don't financially ruin yourself,
Yep.
You know, because look, I'll be honest with you. When I was a youngling, like after my bills are paid and I went grocery shopping for the month, the rest of my money went to Magic. No emergencies, no savings, just tournaments and Magic.
Could
I bought Magic when I was a kid, and look at me now. I'm kick-ass.
That's a good correlation there. That's a good
Yeah. I don't know if y'all caught that reference, the Orange County Jack. What? Yeah.
You know what's funny? What's funny was when Kick-Ass the movie came out, I went to the Magic shop and bought a hat and played Friday Night Magic with a Kick-Ass hat.
Nice.
Do you remember that movie, Kick-Ass? That was a fun movie.
This is what I wear. This is what I wear when I play blue.
Yeah, blue.
I did enjoy Kick-Ass. It was an incredible movie.
Well, isn't that the superhero movie?
It's the one, yeah.
It's no, it's street level superhero kind of. It's not superheroes; they're heroes. There's nothing super about them. They're vigilantes who have a superhero addiction, and particularly two kids, one who's raised by a vigilante and the other one who wants to be a vigilante.
Right.
It's epic. It's epic. It's epic.
The first movie was good. The second movie is they couldn't top it off, and I don't know why.
There was a game of the second movie, and neither of the games were that great, if I remember correctly.
Well, it was a low budget film, the original movie. Then they got a little extra budget on the second film, and they kind of bombed it. I don't understand the reasoning behind it, but I guess the thought process changes when there's more money in hand.
Yeah.
But like with Magic the Gathering and how to handle the over excess of Magic, like one of the things that I think that stumps people a lot, like in their reasoning and their thinking, is the pacing of products, right? So now, if you think about it legitimately, every 2 months a new standard set's coming out.
Yep.
If you think of it overwhelmingly, there's secret layers and other things coming out. But like, I think there's a time in your life, and I hope you can think of this before you get as old as I am, which is like 40. And I hope you can think like, I want to collect and play the way I want to collect and play, and kind of put a focus on that. 'Cause some people are just diehard Modern players. Some people are diehard Commander players. Some people are diehard old school. Let's get, before we change the 8th border, the 8th edition border collectors. You know, people find their niche and what they want to collect, and some people just think they have to collect them all like Pokemon, which you don't.
Right.
You know, but I know there's some people out there who find a set, like say Ixalan, like if I did this would be one of the sets. Also Ravnica, but let's go with Ixalan because it's dinosaurs. Like if there are some people out there who find a set like Ixalan and want to collect every card in the set and just not even just put it in a cube. You don't have to put it in a cube, but just make a binder full of the whole set.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And people go like that crazy.
Could I share that basically I collected differently for the last couple of years. In the past, it's been just building decks and then selling the bulk.
Oh, nice. Finding Cradle would be hard to get one with one printing. That's right.
Rhino, that's actually a pretty decent way to curate your own collection, because if you put it into decks that you know you're going to play, they stick around, get rid of the stuff you don't need, it's going to pay for the new set coming out.
So that's not bad that I do that.
No,
it's good. I like it.
Look, I collect decks. I make a deck and I collect a deck, right? Unless I break apart a deck, because I had to break down 2 decks to make my dragon deck.
I had to do the same.
Right? Hold on a second. So I had to get 2 decks to build 1 deck because I couldn't afford the cards for it, because I had an Atraxa deck that was, the deck itself was more expensive than the power level, right? Let's just say that. So I took the good cards out of that, threw in my dragon deck.
It was like a Pimp My Ride deck.
Kind of, yeah. Right? Then I took my Eldrazi deck, broke that apart so I could use cards for the dragon deck.
No.
Then later on, I took some of the extra cards from those 2 decks and built a Simic deck. After I got what helped me there is I had some money to spend. I don't always have money to spend, but I got some extra money to spend, and I basically got cards to pimp out my Tulane deck. And so I was buying extras of cards I had. Then I took the extras of the regular non-foil pimped cards and I put those in my Simic deck. Then I took the Eldrazi's from my Eldrazi deck and actually built a Simic Eldrazi deck. And I'm like, I'm recycling.
Heck yeah. No, repurposing cards is always good.
Yeah. And I wanted to build a Simic deck because one of my favorite commanders before Commander was a thing, and I wasn't thinking of this as a commander back in the day because Commander didn't exist. Was when Commander came out, I wanted to build a Momer Vig Simic Visionary deck, and I just never did it. And he's a cheap card, and his deck's fairly cheap. Because Simic's one of the most powerful colors in Magic. One comes to Commander, one of them, not all of them. But the cards are mainly dirt cheap for what you want Momer Vig to do. Because Momer Vig says whenever you cast a green spell, you tutor for a creature, put it on top. If you cast a blue spell, you reveal that creature, put it in your hand. When you cast a spell that's both colors, you get a tutor for a creature, reveal it, and put it in your hand. I'm like, that is pretty nuts. And so I wanted to build that deck, so I did. But look, I'm not going to lie to you. Not all creatures in Simic are cheap, but Simic's pretty powerful for the cost effectiveness of it. Like, if you want to get in budget, build Simic. But anyways, I digress. So TCG dude, let me bring you on this thing. You have a different
aspect. Buddy.
You have a different aspect on collecting in the game, and you definitely play more than Commander. Like you said, you had a Commander deck, so you like precons and stuff, but you play a different realm of Magic most of the time.
I'm more of a 1v1 guy for sure.
Right. You also sell on TCG Player, and you also,
correct,
from what I understand, you also use the circuit of TCG of your local game stores and stuff to kind of trade in cards and whatnot that you have to get more cards for your modern decks. What is your mindset around Magic? I mean, especially since your life's changed dramatically financially in different ways.
Right. Yeah, having a baby will do that too. Yeah. Right. Damn, I gotta go to Pauper now.
but like, what is your mindset on Magic nowadays?
That's a good question. Thanks for asking. I'd say that in general, going to Sunday drafts has been the best experience overall for engaging with Magic as a whole, because it's Sunday afternoon. So I'll just give you a breakdown, right? My LGS, that's like one of the main cornerstones of like the main comic book store in town. Actually, it's been here for 40 years in Anchorage. They host a draft on Sundays at 1 p.m. and the store closes at 6, right? Mm-hmm. So even if there's like 20 people there drafting, it's only ever 4 rounds. So right, you can always depend on the length to be, 4.5 hours tops, right? 5 hours tops, right? So it's a perfect Sunday afternoon for dad to go relax, get out of the house, right? Maybe you went to church in the morning. Maybe you watched football in the morning, had a Sunday breakfast with the family, right? And then dad gets to go play some Magic for $22, $20, open 3 packs, and sit at the table with people in my community of all ages, all right? I've been seeing folks that are the dad group, the ones that are, griping about the wives or work or whatever. And then you got the kids that literally was using his smartwatch to text his dad to say, hey, come get me, because he's too young to have a phone, right? So there's a huge age range there and skill levels. And I've even been going recent enough to see a few of the younger fellas like get better at Magic, which is always cool, right? When they're barely able to tap a land and you're just like, okay, just waiting for the game to be over, right. You know, as an experienced player, not trying to knock youngers, but it's just like going through the motions, if you will. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But now they're competitors, bro. Like, I gotta be sharp against these kids out here, man. They play good.
You're getting out to win.
Yeah. So, the excitement of draft, of course, is what's in the pack, right? So, the most expensive card that I've seen opened at a table for a $22 draft was the Borderless Foil Buster Sword. Nice. Somebody cracked a $150 card. Right there at draft. Yeah, dude.
Dang.
Wow. Yeah. Right? Dang. So engaging with it in that way, honestly, has just been so fun. And then when I come home, I get to, you know, tell my old lady, hey, this is how good I did or didn't do. This is a picture of my deck. Then I unsleeve it and throw anything that's not valuable into the bulk bin. And then the good stuff into the binder. And then move on with my week, you know? So it's really nice.
Drafting is one of my favorite formats. That's why I built a cube, and like whenever I can, I love to go draft at the store. My store doesn't really do drafts; they do sealed events because you know it's popular.
Yeah, maybe you should bug them too. You know, the squeaky wheel gets fixed first.
Right, and but the main thing that's being played over at my store is Commander games. Like the August 2nd, which I know there's a lot of things, ironically, on YouTube and other places on August 2nd. There's a lot of things going on in the world. And on August 2nd, they're having a CDH tournament, which have one deck that I would take if I go. Which is not.
Right, they won't let you play two, sir.
well, ironically, I have a deck that's not CDH at all. So I'd basically try to win by turn forward because 1v1.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, so you know people have fun with it. But like drafting is a really good way to not worry about the games because like when I was young, I used to love drafting because you didn't have to care about which set you were playing. You were there to play the draft, open packs, build decks, and some sets were much more fun. Like Innistrad was a very fun set to draft, like the original Innistrad. Like 2014 or something like that.
Yeah,
not 2014, 2014, and somewhere around that area. I could be wrong on the date, the year. Don't be wrong. I'm aware of that. But like that was a great set to draft. And but like when you draft, you're there for the mechanical parts of the game to build the deck and have fun with it. And one thing I miss as a drafter and miss watching people draft because every time I could draft, you know, all the good pro players of the game because we had some pro players, like statewide pro players, not national pro players. We had pro players in our store, and they'd get down to draft, and they'd keep their expensive rares, and just put on the side of the table for everybody to grab their bulk that they didn't want. So I'd snatch up their bulk and build standard decks out of it.
Heck yeah. Yeah, no, a lot of those sharks there are willing to get rid of their bulk rares pretty cheap or trade them away. It's cool that you say that. You know, I mentioned I've been drafting a lot recently, and I've actually been performing fairly well, so my ELO has gone up, and I noticed that my pairings have been like round 1, round 2 against the really good players. Nice. You know what I'm saying? And and that'll happen as you play more often.
Oh yeah. Sure.
So that feels pretty good. And Cube, yeah, dude, I not a sponsor of the channel, but you know, GameGenics does trading card accessories, and they've put out this like cube kind of box that holds their 12 cube things. Are you familiar with what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I've seen this so many times off Board Game Geek and their beginning commercials.
Yeah, you got the token holder. I just upgraded mine to that. I have the plastic one, now I have that one. Yes. Slick, bro.
Like,
and so I was
GameGenics is not my brand, I'm going to tell you that. Game Jacks comes out with sweet things, and ever since the professor made his video his deck box, like I got flack for saying I didn't like the idea that all sides of the lid are magnetic. To me, I need one side of the flat to be attached. So that's just the personal feeling.
No, it's okay. I get it.
Just slides right out.
Right.
And then it sits in a thing that closes over top of it, and you can just sit. It's all magnetic.
Yeah, and look, and I'm not against Game Genics, right? I'm not against it. I've actually bought their little game pieces for my wife, where the cover comes off, the little thing that turns into a dice pool or whatever, and inside's a little shelf.
I'll probably knock on the door if you're passed out. Then I won't.
Okay.
But yeah,
I don't care. I don't care if you knock on my door if I'm passed out.
But yeah, no, drafting with the cube though, I think is something I'm looking forward to doing.
Sorry, my roommate was talking to me. I thought I muted.
That was hilarious.
So recently, I've been like going through my collection and trying to curate my collection a little bit, thin it down, right? Because I've got over 100,000 cards. I've got 15 to 25 row boxes, like decks outside of those. You know, it's kind of getting a little overwhelming. And so I was trying to think about what to do with some of my double sleeve cards, as I have one specific 5-row box of double sleeve Dragon Shield cards that are, you know, my playables, my deckables, right? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Got all the lands, all the heavy hitters and stuff.
Yeah.
But a lot of those I started sleeving up during standard acquisition, right? I came back into the game 2020 and I was just sleeving up. Everything was standard, but it all just stayed in the box. Now I gotta take this stuff out, and I was thinking to myself, I don't want to waste these Dragon Shield sleeves, and I don't want to take the time to force a deck for each card. And then it occurred to me, bro, I can just make a cube. I can turn all these double sleeve cards into a cube. So,
that's right.
Yeah, problem solved.
Cube is awesome. Like even like you can do it for free. You can play it for free at the game store, or you can charge an entry fee for a prize support, which I've seen people do. Like back in the day, like my friend, before I got into major cube design, my friend and his friend, both named Andrew, which is ironic. They built a cube, and and every Friday night before F&M, they would have a cube tournament. $5 would go in, and people pay $5 to play, and they'd take that money, buy packs, and distribute it as prize support.
Dude, that's brilliant, because that's what I was thinking would be a problem for incentive to convince people to play cube, because when you're drafting, like, you pay to enter, you're taking home those cards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that short term for cube?
No. So cubing is essentially a curated draft. It's your draft box, your draft set, essentially. It's going to be like 8 to 10, or however many packs. Tortoise knows better than me. 8 to 12 of 15 card packs that you made, and then they're drafted, and then when you're done, you put them back in the box, yada, yada, yada. But anyways, the incentive to cube is not there when you're not bringing home anything, right? When you're not taking home cards or getting paid out, right? But if the buy-in is a booster pack, then dude, that's $4, $5 entry, you know, and you're playing with cool, flashy, fun cards, and you may be able to take home something if you do well. So I like that idea.
I've seen people do best of one. Like what they'll do is they'll pull out like a money card from their binder, put it in the pile, and the first place winner gets that pile.
Nice.
You know, I've seen that.
Okay.
You know, like there's different ways you can do it. Cube is a curation of your favorite sets or cards in the game, and you kind of build the deck around it, and it elevates a draft experience like no other. Now, your cube can be janky with all these good cards, or your cubes can be well curated with thought process and a plan, which I used to do a lot on the channel. And you build a great drafting experience, right? But the thing is, it's pretty much a chaos draft of the best cards that you love from the game. And people love that experience and are willing for like to put in money for prize support. Like before boxes were like $140. Like people would split up a box 8 ways and like split up a box 8 ways, like how much a booster box back in the day would cost between 8 people, and then put in the money and then break up that box and set it as prize support. That's another way to get around all the things. Because look, one of the things, and this is why I don't think I fit into a lot of the communities that I've been part of, because a lot of people are. I think a lot of people are too much in the collector side of things, and rather than the player part of things, is sorry, that comment's distracting me. You should do cube content in the future. I might, but like, build the community cares about collecting and value of cards way more than I care about playing the game. I rather play the game and have fun, experience the game in my own way. Where when I was like, say, on DJ's channel most of the time, a lot of people were just worried about the price support. Like, how much price are you getting for the value of the product? People were too much worried about how much money are you losing on a set, or how much these cards are worth compared to the price of the box, which in a sense I can understand. But you know, a rock is a rock. And this is a weird analogy that I'm gonna put in. A rock could be a doorstop for $5, but that same rock could be a collection of rocks that hold down a tarp from your vehicle getting destroyed by the rain. So people are willing to pay $10. You know, really, the experience you expect is what you're willing to pay. And I think people overshadowed that, like how much people are willing to pay over a product, even if the product is not worth much. Because in the long run, it is a secondary market of you wanting to spend the money and how much money you're willing to spend. People just play around with the idea that you want to spend money and are willing to spend money, and they want to see how much you're willing to spend. And I think there's a division there between, you know, the acquisition of getting stuff and how much you're willing to spend for it, that people care about the collector value so much, which, like I said, understandable, caring about the collector value. But for me, it's always been about play. That's why Cube is good. Sadly, and it doesn't bother me, but sadly, because it's funny how sad this is. My wife spent $100 on me to get a original printing of Liliana the Veil, not foil, just original printing, and they reprinted her to the ground. That didn't bother me that she got printed to like a $9-10 card. Like, believe it or not, the one reprinting that got me the most was, and it was a cheaper card, was Overwhelming Forces being reprinted in the Cowboy set. And I thought that was weird because it didn't really fit the theme, and it printed it, and that got to my head. And it wasn't like the card was like $56 online for the Judge promo, you know.
Are you talking about Thunder Junction?
Yeah. Yeah, like it's just weird that they reprinted it, because like my brain likes to synergize things and put things together, and that was just one of those cards that just didn't seem to fit the theme, and that's what blew me the most. And like if I liked Thunder Junction, I would have bought a box or something if I could have, but it didn't fit the theme. Like I go for the product that I love, but like one thing I would have done with Thunder Junction, because I did get a couple packs of Thunder Junction, but one thing I would do is play draft or play sealed, you know. And like I love the limited format that much. Like when I can, I go to the pre-releases because I love the limited format so much. That's why I built Cube, and that's a way to get around the FOMO, because look, sets are coming out every day, pretty much, like every 2 months.
Speaking of every day, are you going to pre-release on Friday, my friend?
We're saving money for our vacation, so we can't.
Ah.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm hearing is you need to crowdsource your pre-release.
Right. Well, we got a vacation coming in at around the 22nd, 24th of August. We're gonna be out of town, and we're saving up money because we're renting a car to go and whatnot. We're gonna go there. We want money to save, money for emergency just in cases and stuff like that. We're also, we have someone watching over the cats when we leave, so a lot of thoughts. But yeah, but like my family knows Edge of Eternity is one of those sets that I told them to keep an eye out for my birthday. I said, this is coming out. Like, I might not get Edge of Eternities right on my birthday because we'll be on vacation, but in that time frame. And who knows? Maybe I'll switch up to Spider-Man, varying on the set, because I'm very excited for Spider-Man too.
Mm-hmm.
On that note, have you guys been hearing the rumors going on about Spider-Man?
No.
Around here,
do tell.
Around here in Maryland, around the local games, like we have like seven local game stores in a 20-mile radius.
Mm-hmm.
And we got 2 within 10 minutes and 1 more within 15 minutes of us. And around the 3, there's a rumor going on that Spider-Man's getting canceled.
I don't know. I haven't heard that rumor yet.
They're pulling the plug on it because they use the Marvel tag, and Disney is suing.
I don't know.
Oh,
I haven't heard that exactly yet.
That's spicy.
And I got CDH players telling me this.
Well, first of all, the Marvel tag and the characters. Okay, so all right, so everything Spider-Man is Marvel, so they can't. That wouldn't be a thing. First of all, secondly, when it comes down to whether or not Disney cancels or Marvel cancels or even Wizards of the Coast cancels, it's going to be because of potential other dramas, particularly regarding art. The fact that Disney is very tight-fisted when it comes down to their IPs, and because they own technically Spider-Man, Sony only owns the televised and film rights to Spider-Man.
I was just about to bring that up. I was like, where's Sony in this argument?
All right. Sony only owns the film and television rights. So when it comes down to it, if they do cancel, it'd be a contractual issue regarding whose artists are being used, what content is being used, and whether or not Disney, Marvel, pretty much if they approve of the artwork, and also if Wizard of the Coast is going to follow Disney's rules. And it's going to be based off of how much money, how much is going to be printed. Disney's not going to sit there and allow one of the IPs that they own to be put in a small run. So, and you know how Wizards of the Coast is, they don't print enough or they overprint. So, and Disney's going to want a huge print run. And I've said this before, you're going to see a huge print run. People are going to be upset, particularly fans who are starting rumors all the time about Magic stuff. You've heard a lot of rumors that didn't come true with the Final Fantasy stuff. You heard a lot of rumors that that are out there all the time when it comes down to the collectible product that Magic the Gathering is putting out there. And it's a trading card game, which makes it a collectible, being trading. And it's a very limited run. Usually a lot of these card games and a lot of these cards that companies like Marvel and Disney put their stuff into when they're dealing with these one-off shots, they want a large run, especially now that Disney's taken over. You don't see small runs of that Lorcana game. You don't see small runs of any product that Disney is putting toys out for. One of the reasons why the Pop figures got overproduced is because Marvel doesn't do small runs. They want everybody to buy. We're talking about a big company that wants this stuff. So if there is any cancellation, I bet you anything, it would be over, first of all, handling of the IPs. Secondly, it'd be not over the title Marvel. Sony has no rights to the title Marvel in print. Sony has rights to theatrical and video and televised releases. And a print release does not fall under any of those categories.
No, that's actually not what I misclarified. The rumor is that Wizards didn't get permission from Disney to print Spider-Man.
I don't think that's a fact. I don't think that's a fact. They would have put a stop to that before they went out to advertisements.
Yeah, the Spider-Man's been available for viewing, like the IP for Wizards for over 6 months now.
Yeah, and they've been talking about it for almost a year since even before the secret layer drop, and when they dropped the secret layer for X-Men, now
X-Men, Iron Man, all that jazz,
right? And that's where Disney got ended up signing contracts with them and saying that we liked what you did there, but there was a big old issue with print run, and there was a big old drama about how small the X-Men print run was. And Disney, once again, you're going back to print run size now, and Disney is very heavy-handed with the way they do their APs. And if you're not going to follow their IP rules, they would drop it, absolutely. But I don't think
it's the graphic, right? Like graphic content. Disney doesn't like that graphic content, and Spider-Man's real graphic.
Disney does like that graphic content. They own Marvel Comics.
Let me explain this.
And it has the graphic content.
In order for WotC to use an IP, they got to pay for it.
They have to pay for it.
That's simple as that. So that graphic's been paid for to be used.
Right.
And they use that same graphic, that Marvel tag, on their secret layers.
Right.
So if that was an issue, it would have been covered then.
It would have been covered a long time ago. And even then, if they weren't allowed to use the Marvel tag, they wouldn't even be allowed to use the Spider-Man tag. Even
I mispronounced what I meant by graphic now. I meant like graphic is in violent.
Oh, no. Have you read a Spider-Man comic?
Oh, plenty.
Okay. If you
New Age Disney has been cancel culture. They're trying to get rid of Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool.
Well, that's different. Ryan Reynolds has political views that doesn't align with Disney's political views. These people who are walking away from Disney, the actors, you're talking about politics now. Those people who are walking away from Disney and technically not walking away from Disney, just returning to the original companies. First of all, Universal, a lot of these companies like Universal who have Captain America and whatnot, a lot of the actors who are signed onto those contracts, they still have to finish the Universal contracts, where Universal for like Incredible Hulk, Captain America and whatnot, the main movies. Now, when you're seeing the movies that are put out on a Disney label for those, right? Those are made in association with, all right? There's a reason why Disney has to abide by a certain contractual rule from before they had purchased Marvel Comics. Now they have IPs that are leased out to Universal, Sony, and whatnot. This is the same drama that you've been hearing for several years regarding Spider-Man and taking Spider-Man away from Disney. It's just fan gossip. It's not accurate. And I'm going to tell you what.
I was trying to like start a rumor. I was just thinking.
No. I'm not saying you're starting a rumor. I'm just saying it's fan gossip and it's not entirely accurate. Now, when it comes to the Incredible Hulk stuff, for example, which is on the same topic, now in Universal's going to make another Incredible Hulk movie, and they did not cast Ruffalo. They're talking about going back to Edward Norton or recasting Incredible Hulk for the Incredible Hulk movie.
Right.
And that's all based off of contractual issues.
Everybody.
Sorry,
I've been keeping up with that.
Right. I got to finish my thought process. Then we got to get to the part, you know what. So my process is the sets coming out. You got sets coming out every 2 months, and a lot of people get into the FOMO. But you got to remember, these cards coming out that are sold open in the market will be on the market for years to come. So there's no race to get a card if it's going to be there like 2-3 months down the road, several years down the road. So do my plea is to try to cure your FOMO and spend money wisely and be safe. But with that, my friends, though, we got to get to the part, you know what, where we go, you know where.
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take, so it's lit. EP33, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. EP33 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
Whew, we got a shill section to go through so we can get the shilling done. There's a handful of people here, so we have no time to waste, and people got to go places. So we're going to start off with Rhinoblitz in the shill section. The shill's 10.
Oh, yeah. So up in this September 14th. Yes, September 14th, we'll be launching the new channel that you guys knew as Tap That for Two will be just Rhinoblitz. It'll be me and one other co-host. We had 4 original co-hosts that were going into the program, but they all since parted ways. So it's going to be me and my one friend who will be introducing himself when the channel uploads, but it'll be coming September 14th. And it's just gaming encompassing, not just kind of coin myself into one corner.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Yeah, have fun with that. Have fun with that.
And I did get a job at our local GS. So
Nice.
if you ever come to Maryland, stop by Games and Stuff and Charm City Collectibles.
Yeah. So you need to definitely ring in on that. That's right. Now we're gonna roll over to TCG Dude. Are you here, TCG Dude?
I think he had to step away.
I might have.
He had daddy duty.
Oh no! I was just about to pull a mugenfool. You caught me. Hold on, let me plug in. I was just changing a baby diaper. You know how it is.
Yeah.
I'm still here. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
Say what now?
But on now, I gotta go. Dang it.
Aww. Bye, friend. Anywho's, yeah, what up, y'all? I'm Alex, the TCG Dude, out here keeping magic alive. If you want to talk standard, modern, or 1v1 formats, hit me up at TCG Dude on the socials. I'm looking to play standard tonight at my LGS, actually, so I need to do a little prep on my Golgari insect deck. And anywho's, otherwise, I'm gonna be playing some Final Fantasies on the PS5. I picked up some Pixel remasters, so I'm looking to catch up on that series. So yeah, you'll catch me around on the interwebs and here on the morning show once in a while. So thanks for having me again, Tortoise. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you and all your input.
Sure.
All right, Mugenfool, you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, chill yourself.
Okay, so everyone that's been paying attention to me saying that the game is going to come out in August, that game got delayed till the November 13th or 14th.
Which
so it's probably going to take a while, and that'll be Inazuma 11 Victory Road.
All right, sounds good.
Cool.
And going from Mugenfool, we're going to go to Lone Wolf.
All right, I'll just check out everybody here. TCG Dude, Rhinoblitz, MTG Hillbilly, kjcowboydan, and let's get Super Fast Tortoise over 1,000. He's getting closer.
Boop, boop, let's go. All right. Now with that, we're going to roll over to kjcowboydan.
Hey, howdy, hey, y'all. Just real quick, just Googled it. And according to Disney, they have not canceled the Spider-Man set, and they do not plan on canceling the Spider-Man set. Although, if it comes down to MTG Arena, they did not reach a financial monetary exchange for it to go onto digital, and it will not be released to Arena. And so that is the official word from Disney regarding Spider-Man as of last week. So it's a monetary thing regarding contracts with Arena. Secondly, make sure that you give me a follow over on Spotify, as KJ Cowboydan is now available on Spotify, where you can listen to my stuff. Also, don't forget about iTunes and Amazon Music, where you can, for 99 cents, buy a song that I made, and you too can have it in your iPod. Tonight at 7, between 7 and 8, depending on how quick we get everything set up, it will be the new Two Heads One Mic podcast. That's right, I'm bringing it back, and with our new co-host Scuba Chew. And I'll tell you what, if you want to hear the new theme song for that, go to the Spotify page and you can actually hear it at KJ Cowboydan on Spotify.
Nice. Chill it out. And now we're going to roll over to Hillbilly.
Hey, everybody. One quick thing. Tomorrow, this will be starting tomorrow at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time, right after the morning coffee show. There will not be a morning stream on my channel in the morning, because I want to stay rested up and everything to get on the morning coffee show. Then directly after that, start doing the early access streamer events. And later on today, I will probably be doing another theory crafting session on my channel. And if you want to theory craft a deck, come on by and help me theory craft a deck. And also, you can theory craft your own deck and throw it into my Discord and get a shout out during the early access event tomorrow. And that's all that's going on for today and tomorrow.
All right. I forgot. I made two codes for you. I'll put MTG Hillbilly. Says, I love my food. Says, I love my food. All you can eat. You mean I put you out of business. All right, but there you go. The link for Hillbilly should be in there. All right. Anyways, the Super Fast Tortoise. I think Hillbilly forgot what tonight was.
Yeah, Commander game tonight.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Commander Nate at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's going to be fun. It's going to be cool. We're going to have a blast. Make sure to check out everybody's social links that are in the chat. I want to thank everybody that's been here. You made this a special event, a large group of people. We had a great conversation, and holy cow, all the stuff going on. I want to remind you that you're awesome and amazing. I want to tell you that you're great. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for sharing the video. Thank you for subscribing. Everybody does that stuff. You rock, you roll. I want to remind you that you're loved. Someone's thinking about you. And if you can, say and or do something positive for someone today, because you might be the change they need today. And with that, I want to thank you, my channel members, for supporting me the way you do. All you subscribers out there for growing the channel the way you do. You guys rock, you guys roll. And we got to get to that sweet, sweet outro.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning.